He came up to me when I was working at Athletic and Sports. I was friends with his son, and he said, I want you to come and work for me at Peerless. He said, I want you to be a project manager. And I said, Todd, I don't know anything about what you guys do at Peerless. I don't even know what Peerless is.
Yeah.
And he said, Dustin, he said, I can teach you what Peerless does. He said, but what I can't teach you is character. And I was like, okay, let's
he was saying. Hey, welcome to another episode of Beyond Business. If you haven't done it yet, please hit that subscribe button right under this video that you're watching, and subscribe to us on or follow us on all the major social media platforms. Joining me today is a guy who I've known for years from hanging around the softball field back in the day. And now he has a position here in Decatur at one of our, I think, local favorite spots for everyone. He's managing I don't know what his title is. We'll get there. Of the Devon Lakeshore Amphitheater. He's running things there for now. And I wanted to get him in here and just chat with him, catch up with him, and see what he's doing other than Devon, and see what we're doing at the Devon. My man, thanks for joining me, Dustin. For sure. Whenever I get a little search, I'm just going, it doesn't take much to go, who's doing the thing here, right? And I seen your name, and I go, yeah, this is a softball guy. That's all I knew. I was like, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah. But yeah, so you're a local guy, right?
Yep, born and raised in Decatur.
How old are you?
35.
You almost lied to me like I was one of them girls, man.
Well, I'll be 36 soon, so I'll still claim 35 though.
Oh man, so when I first saw you ripping and running the fields, you were a young man.
Yeah, I was in my 20s.
Yeah, the early 20s at that. Yeah, that was cool. I thought I was until the next day every time.
I feel that way now.
That's exactly where I was at. Yeah. Do you play ball at all now?
I don't. No. My summer is I live at the Devon. I mean that's.
Oh yeah.
That is.
When did you get that gig? How long you had it?
I started in October of 2023. And worked the first season in 24. So this will be my third. I'm going into my third season.
Okay. So back up. You said you're local Decatur or surrounding, or where'd you go to school at?
I was actually homeschooled.
No shit.
Yeah. So,
okay.
I went to Argenta Oriental till the third grade,
okay,
and then I was homeschooled from the fourth grade to when I graduated.
You have a big family, or?
I have two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother.
Were you guys all homeschooled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I just didn't know if they're like, no, just you, and you're like, no, I was good, dude. Like, no, bro, something was up.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of friends and family locally, and it worked out great for us.
Did you feel? Okay, so I don't know. I'm just going to give you my take after talking to a couple people who homeschool, because I think growing up, you look at it and go, "What the hell? What's going on over here?" But truth be told, and COVID proved this for a lot of people that didn't get dumber, they seen their kids' potential if you let them learn at their own pace. You know, a lot of this ADHD and all this bullshit that we made up, which it's for real. A lot of it is kids are really bored because some of them can learn, you can't expect humanity to learn at the same pace, everything. Sure. So, yeah, the ones that are bored, we call them diseased. You know what I mean? We give them diseases and tell them we need to give you something to slow you down. But I think that is a gift. But anyway, I commend your mom and dad. I don't know what their plan was for it, but the people that I know that do it are their kids at the end up being well past the high school curriculum by the time either they're done with high school way early and they're just going to continue getting homeschooled through a little bit of college just because of the age.
Yeah.
But I actually know a family who, the young man was at 16 was going to college. You know what I mean? And it was like, he even looked young. He was a young looking 16-year-old at that. So it was almost like, I think he was just ready for the world. Yeah. You know what I mean? They didn't hold anything back from him, you know what I mean? He had television and books and everything, so it wasn't like, he was Amish country or anything like that. It was just going, hey, I'm ready to go see the world. And he killed it. I think The dude had a master's by the time he was 22, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing now, but anyway, yeah. So what was your take? How about this? Because you don't have anything to compare it to. When you got out of high school, what'd you do? When you finished whatever I'm saying.
So actually, I don't think homeschooling's for everybody.
Okay.
For us though, we were actually considered off-campus students. So we were still graded through a school, which is different than some homeschooling. I did not go to college, but being homeschooled allowed me to start working my first full-time job at 15 years old. So by 25, I had been at my first job for 10 years.
Oh, so you guys are using the school system to gauge your progress.
Correct.
To make sure. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So yes, my parents did assist with the curriculum. And, but we would take tests and send them off to get us graded.
So I think this might be new, or this might have been when you were there, but we have had kids at school sports that don't go to school, but they're maybe because they're considered off-campus students, they're not homeschooled, or they wouldn't belong to any school. But yeah, my son's like, he don't go to school with us.
Sure.
And it's like,
that's fairly new actually.
Which I kind of have to do it, right?
Yeah, when we were in school, we couldn't participate in school sports.
Well, it's the system's way of punishing your family for making that choice, right? Because, let's be honest, and I'm not going there. It's just, it goes, a curriculum is laid out a long time ago how it is, which is going to change because of AI, but it's laid out, and they don't want you to go. They don't want you to go ahead or below. They want you to stay within a year or two of this. You know what I mean? Because we say 18's an adult. It's about when we need you to be done.
Sure. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it was kind of the day and age of going, well, you can't punish. When COVID happened, it forced people to teach their kids at home. So now you can't. COVID ends, and it kind of changed some rules because it's going, well, you can't say we were more than adequate for a year and a half, and now we're a poor decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, I am not cut out to homeschool my child.
Yes.
Get their ass back. I don't care if they redo the grade. But yeah, it's trying times. But so what'd you do after 15? What was your full-time gig?
So I worked for Play It Again Sports for 10 years.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I thought you were family. I thought everyone, maybe if there's several family out there, several generations.
Yeah, I grew up next to Randy, just right down the street, and started working for them when I was 15, and they treated me like family. It was a great job.
Yeah.
And I left in 2025.
Yeah.
Or 2015, I guess.
Randy came in.
Did he?
He came in on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. Good, interesting dude, man. Yeah. I just know him from the shop. I've seen him 1,000 times at Play It Again. But, to be able to sit down and talk to him, man of faith, he's got some good stories. He landed on his face as a young guy, and it was like kind of cool just to, and how he ended up absolutely nowhere near where he wanted with this store, and then he's like, biggest blessing ever. You know what I mean? So,
I worked there when it was still out by Walmart North, and helped them make the move to Brentwood Village, and now their place out there is just great.
Fairview Plaza.
I was not there that early, but
first catcher's gear, Fairview Plaza. Dude, that was wild. That's crazy. Yeah, they've bounced around. They got a nice, big, cool spot now. I don't know if that's their building, but it's a perfect spot for it. But yeah, I didn't realize that was a franchise. Yeah. I'd seen one in another town and was like, huh, yeah. And I'd asked him about it, and he's like, yeah. And everyone does their own thing, though. It's not like, he goes, he's the only one who don't sell online. Yeah. Which he said, one of his boys is like, hey, man, and he goes, well, help yourself. Yeah. It's kind of coming to those times where, that's where people are shifting. What was your job at 15? I asked you twice, and then I keep cutting you off. So I worked at Play It Again Sports. Oh yeah, that was your job. And then at 19, they asked me to be the assistant manager there. Okay. And I worked there till I was 25. Yeah. Then I went and worked for Peerless Cleaners for a while. Okay.
Then after Peerless, I ended up working for Graceland, Fairlawn, and Moran and Goebel Funeral Home.
Okay. At Peerless, were you like office, or were you in the field cleaning and stuff?
I was a fire restoration project manager.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was a project manager over like field operations.
Okay.
And then before I went to the Park District, in the position I'm in now, I work for Pepsi.
Okay. So at the funeral home, what'd you do?
I was a family service advisor.
Okay. Okay. So
Some interesting jobs.
There's a trend here, though, right? Is you go at 15, you start a job. By 19, you're the manager. You leave there at 25, maybe because you needed to make some more money.
Yeah, it was time to find a career type job.
Yeah, you had a job, and and you go to
the funeral home.
Oh yeah, the funeral home, which you were a director, assistant director.
I was a family service advisor.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of a management position. And it just seems like your trend is with no education is management. Peerless, you were
a project manager.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was racking my mind. You just said it, and I repeated it, and I still forgot. So what's that? Is that you? I mean, are you applying for positions that you're not qualified for?
Well, yeah, sure.
I don't mean that in a bad way, but
I don't know if you remember Todd Garner at Peerless Cleaners. He passed away.
Yes.
During COVID.
Yes,
he came up to me when I was working at F Sports. I was friends with his son, and he said, "I want you to come and work for me at Peerless." He said, I want you to be a project manager. And I said, Todd, I don't know anything about what you guys do at Peerless. I don't even know what Peerless is.
Yeah.
And he said, Dustin, I can teach you what Peerless does. He said, but what I can't teach you is character. And I was like, okay, well, let's do it.
So he was saying you have it already.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let me work with it. Mm-hmm. It's a smart man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. Especially if you have, you had the correct answer. Which, I mean, so a lot of people get complacent, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of people who go, I'm not going to leave this job just because I know what bad days are. I know what good days are. I know I complain about my paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I'm fighting hard to get this raise that's $1 that you don't see shit on your check. And, it's just that. But so my generation was... No, not my parents' generation. I don't know, maybe your parents' generation. It was almost like if you got a Firestone gig, a Cat gig, a Staley's back in the day. But if you had like a Mueller, a Wagner, my version, which nothing against them, but it's terrible job. Mm-hmm. To where every day sucks except for payday. Mm-hmm. But payday's kind of good. It's consistent. You have insurance. You take care of your family, and you do it again. Mm-hmm. And it's like that trend shifted,
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, because those are the jobs that are going to get taken over.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about AI? You in it at all? You mess with it?
A little bit, not a whole lot.
Okay.
I'm not against it, but I think it can be dangerous.
It will be.
So I'm not sure. I mean, you're at the beginning stages of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's only going to get crazier.
Yeah, I think a big problem people are going to have is the misconception of we'll see if I'm going to need to get involved. And It's like you should be doing it.
Yeah, well, I had a meeting with an artist that we had from Nashville. He was driving through the area, asked me to meet him for lunch, so I did, and we got to talking. And he asked me if I was doing much with AI, and I said, well, a little bit, but And he said, Dustin, you've got to get on board or you're going to be left behind.
I couldn't. I was going to give the exact same advice.
Yeah, he said that things that used to take them months to do, he said their last album was completely released based off of a schedule created by AI in seconds. Yeah. And he said it's something that everybody's using. And
yes.
if you don't get on board, you're going to be so far behind, it's not even funny.
Right. It's almost like current for the last 2 years. So, like placement ads, like, McDonald's, their food sucks, but their ads are right on point. They're come at the right time. They have the right energy. It's all of that. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's AI imagery, but people creating these storylines and these screen, grabs for advertising is the smartest marketing people in the world coming together in 30 seconds.
Sure.
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they said. These big companies have been dumping millions into AI for years. Not to take jobs, but they're going, you're a dude who's worth, $500 an hour, a programmer or whatever. It's going to take you 9 months to do this project. If we could have you free, then you can do some more badass shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So let's do, I think that's it. But the guy wasn't wrong what he told you, especially with what you do. It's almost like, I don't know. I encourage it. I think it's one of them where I don't really know. I don't have too many questions I need answered. It's like, you're missing it. That's not it. You know what I mean? It's not for recipes. Yeah.
Well, I've played in a band for years, and we are in the middle of revamping who we are. We've always been a country band, and we were a country band when country was hot.
Okay.
And now it's like...
Is country not hot?
It's not like it was.
Okay.
And so we've decided that we're going to be more of like just a fun party wedding band. We're not going to limit ourselves to a certain genre.
Like cover band.
Yeah. We'll cover rock, we'll pop, and
country, whatever.
Yeah. And so I was able to go on to AI and say, hey, I'm looking to create a 3-hour set with 2 15-minute breaks, and I'm looking for the top, country, rock, pop songs, like the fun party wedding band songs. It spits it out for me. It timestamps the whole thing for me. It tells me what key every song's in.
Told you when to take a break.
Everything in a second,
That's beautiful.
And
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
So there was a gal that I have another little studio over here, and there's I allow them to record audiobooks. I rent the space out and do some editing for people to record audiobooks. And the whole trick to it is, in order to go on Audible, it has to be a certain everything. All these little numbers have to be right on point, right? Anyway, she's over there, and she goes, so the last thing I need is... I don't know what you call it, I guess to me it would be like what's on the back cover, or, a summary of what the book is to catch people, whatever. And you have to do it on the Audible side. Well, this was a digital book, so there is no actual book to look at the back cover. This wasn't created. Well, when she came in and I was talking to her, she was very against AI because she's an author, you know what I mean? It's like this.
Yeah.
It's an art, and that's a hairy gray area, you know what I mean? Because it is like, yes, you wrote 7 novels. If you give them to me, I can write your 8th and 9th novel. And it'll be your style, your everything, you know what I mean? So that's kind of unsettling I get it. I think there's still... Hey everybody, I want to take a quick second to let you know that the Beyond Business Studio swag store is officially open. Click the link in the description or scan this QR code to get your apparel game on point and rep Beyond Business. We got hats, hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, and everything else. Several logos to choose from. Scan and customize yours today. I also want to shout out the partners who help make Beyond Business possible. First up is Dubby Energy Drink. If you're grinding, creating, training, or just need clean energy without the crash, Dubby is my go-to. No sugar, no spikes, no nonsense. Just focus, endurance, and clarity. Head over to dubby.gg and use code BeyondBiz at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's BeyondBiz. Support the show and fuel the hustle at the same time. Oakwood Screen Printing. These gals are the real deal when it comes to custom apparel. Direct to film, silk screening, embroidering, heat transferring, you name it, they do it. And they don't just put it on clothing, they put it on anything. Whether you're in need of a small custom run or a massive order, Oakwood Screen Printing handles it all. Fast, professional, and top-tier quality. If you've got a brand, a business, a team, or an idea, they'll bring it to life. Check them out at oakwoodscreenprinting.com. And finally, Midwest Lightning Rods, protecting homes, businesses, and critical infrastructures from lightning strikes across the Midwest. This isn't just another contractor. This is decades of experience, code-compliant systems, and real protection where it matters most. When lightning strikes, preparation makes the difference. Learn about how you can become part of the community that's been protected by MLR at lightningstrikes-weprotect.com. As always, when you support these companies, you're supporting Beyond Business. If you haven't done it yet, I urge you to hit that subscribe button right below this post and follow the Beyond Business page on all your social media platforms that you follow. Now, let's dive back into it. Human characteristics that go into, you're not ever going to replace live music. You know what I mean?
Correct.
I guess you could robot band it one day, but everyone's going to be like, I don't want to see that bullshit. Mm-hmm. We already seen it online. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But other than, but anyway, I tell her, I go, hey, you're trying to summarize your book. This is not cheating. You have a PDF of your book. She's like, yeah. I'm like, just upload it to ChatGPT. Tell it what you want. I need a catchy, 500 word or less, blah, blah, blah. I said, just do it. And when it tells you, she's like, okay, I did it. It's okay. I said, tell it, do it better. Now tell it, man, you're not acting like the best in the world. Tell it. And she came in today and was like, okay, I did it. Yeah. She goes, I kind of mixed a couple of them just to make it so it wasn't like right from. I go, but no, you're not cheating. Mm-hmm. That's not cheating. You're not.
It's your words.
Yeah, and it's not. The back of the book isn't. It's strictly to catch the people by hooking them on the best parts of the book. Let a professional decide what the best parts of the book are.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it was just stuff like that. And where she's like, I guess I can use it. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm not a writer, but, I'll get in slumps. Dude, I do. I use it a lot. Like, it's my business planner, my assistant. It does a lot for me. And I'm just on board. I'm like, we're going to do it.
Mm-hmm. It's coming whether we like it or not.
Yeah. So, and that's even my parents. They're both retired. It's like, well, we don't necessarily need to use it. I go, well, I don't. Do you do anything? If you do, then sure, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so, after the guy tells you about you can't teach character, and you go work for Peerless, and were you totally uncomfortable because you're going in literally not having any idea what you're doing? You're like, all right, good talk, guy, but I still am going to come to work and have no idea what I'm doing as a project manager. I don't know what a project is or what I'm managing.
Well, I don't know if I was uncomfortable. I've always been a person that when I have a drive to do something, I just do it. Okay. And the way Peerless worked was, as a project manager, they would send you off to schooling to get certified in different areas. However, if you failed, you had to pay for it yourself. Okay. And so there were sometimes project managers wouldn't want to go and get certified in a certain area with the fear of failing. And I just have never had that,
Yeah,
and so
you're
I told Todd,
let's do the course.
I told Todd, I said, do you send me to whatever you want to? And so within my first year, I was certified in water restoration, fire restoration, applied structural drying.
So you stamped the things that needed to be. Yeah.
Because obviously if you have fire, there's probably water. So I was able to get certified and learn about what we were doing very quickly.
Oh, good call. Anytime, I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah, if something's burnt down, it's been hosed down. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So not only do you have the fire remediation part, you've got to dry it out first before you can fix it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, man, a lot of people snooze and do it the cheap way, but there's some mold is nasty, funky shit, man. It'll mess with your health. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of people will go, pull that carpet back in the basement, put a fan on it, we'll put it back. And it's like, okay, I get it too, but.
Yeah. I enjoyed working for Peerless.
Yeah.
It got to where there was a cruise. Obviously we were on call all the time.
Okay.
And it was demanding, time and work. And
were you salary or were you?
I was hourly.
Okay. So you were getting paid for your time.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
You would sometimes when water, like big storms would come through, people would lose power. You'd get all kinds of flooded basement calls, and then it was all hands on deck, and sometimes working 16, 17-hour days. But then once you get it done, they'd give you a couple of days off, which was great, but you weren't reaching overtime and stuff like that.
That's kind of how it goes until you hit 30 years old.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Experience-wise, something goes, wait a minute. Hey, I feel like a whole week's worth of work, if you work 100 hours, that's 3 weeks' pay. It kind of works like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't.
Yeah, we were working early morning days till dark.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'd go home back at it first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
But once we would hit 40 hours, they would try to manage overtime. So
it's kind of typical everywhere. But you know what's appealing and will make people stay is if after you hit 8. The problem with that is shitty employees, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm a union contractor. I hire. I'm an employee or employer. Yeah. And so that's how it kind of is supposed to roll. It's 7 to 2, or you know what I mean, or 8 or 6 to 2. And yeah, you'll have people that if overtime is available, they're going to get it. And it's like, well, that's shitting on me. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Thankfully, I got a pretty solid team over in Champagne's where we work mostly, and they get it. You know what I mean? Where I'm the guy who goes, some days don't crack me if you want to finish a job and it's going to be an extra 2 hours. Just go home at lunch tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's one of those deals. But in the same token, if it's like, hey, this shit needs done, we both know what we're agreeing to. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Where they're going, all right, clock it. You know what I mean? Which I even had one of the guys tell me, hey, you don't have to wait till last minute because I'm not milking. And I'm like, I get it. He goes, because you spring that shit on us and it sucks. You know what I mean? If it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and you're going, man, you guys got to work till it gets dark. And it's like, oh, fuck. I was already going to be at the bar in an hour and a half or whatever, the gym or whatever. But yeah. So you leave Peerless and go to Pepsi?
I go to the funeral home.
Oh, funeral home. Yeah.
So I was a family service advisor there. And the term is a little strange, but it's working in between the funeral director and the family that has lost a loved one. But I also I did a lot with pre-need families. So people would come in, sit down with me, and as morbid as it sounds, the benefits to their family, but they would plan their own funeral and pay for it.
Is that a commission gig?
It is.
Okay.
So
I was going to ask you, have you ever worked where you could make as much as you were worth?
So commission. So it was actually the way that they were set up. I mean, it was practically 100% commission type job.
Right.
And
right. If you don't sell, you don't get paid.
I did very well my first full year there. I did extremely well, and then 2020 hit. So the thing about COVID, and
I would think you would ramp it up.
Well, everybody was thinking about death, but everybody was also afraid to spend money.
Oh yeah.
Because nobody knew what was going to happen.
Right.
So the amount of people that were passing away and families that we were dealing with obviously were increasing, but the families planning ahead
was kind of at a standstill.
Was kind of at a standstill. And so in October, so 10 months into the year, I had made about 30% of what I made the year before. And it just was time for me to find something else.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're going, I can't ride the wave. Yeah. However, it does, I haven't had a position like that, but I can only imagine I know guys who have really good, hell, the guys that are tradesmen, the electrical contractors, they're not making chumps, they're making $65 an hour, $68 an hour. Good, best insurance in the world. So they get paid good, but I think it's important if you're wired a certain way to, especially if you have a really good personality, to have a job where you can control, I call it, you decide what you're worth. You know what I mean? Like your first year at the funeral home. You know what I mean? Where it goes, oh, if you're good at something, you will get rewarded for it.
Sure.
That's huge. I know some dudes who jumped in like just a gig as selling cars at Miles Chevrolet when they were 20. They are managing these places because they were great at it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And it was like a niche, same deal. It was just personable people and most people don't come to brand new car dealerships just because they're bored.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
I'm not bothering you either, but I will help you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was time to move on. Is that when Pepsi came about?
Yeah, so I was actually I was sent an email by HR of Pepsi while working at the funeral home.
They reached out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I had known Jen from back in the day of playing in a band, and she just said, "Hey, we're adding a new position that has never existed before. We're looking for a large format sales rep in Decatur. So we want somebody that's going to go out to your Walmarts and Kroger's and county markets and order the product." I mean, I was in stores on a daily basis.
Okay.
At that time, they were having the stockers do their own ordering. And I think Pepsi realized, I mean, every other company had sales reps, and stockers are, they're only going to order what they want to put away,
Fair. Fair.
And so
there's a system of minimal.
Yeah. I went on board working for Pepsi. The first year that they added there was my position and one other one down south in like Litchfield. And, we ended up having a record year with Pepsi. Oh. And then the second year I was there, we ended up beating our first record.
Oh, so they found out quick that position was needed.
Correct.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. And so whenever you're doing well, is Pepsi one that you get perks, bonuses if you hit a mark? You know what I mean? Performance bonuses or anything?
There was different type of incentives, but it wasn't. It was like in Visa gift cards and different things that we could earn.
Right. And you're like, I got Pepsi hoodies for days.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I loved working for Pepsi. I loved what I did. Actually, when the job opportunity at the Park District opened up, I had no intentions of leaving Pepsi. Like it just wasn't one of those things where I had planned on leaving. And one day I get a call from Mike, who was in the position before me, and was like, "Hey, the Park District doesn't know yet, but I'm going to be leaving and going to Bloomington." He's like, "Would you be interested in my job?" And my first response was, "Absolutely not." I'm like,
You're like, I can't fill the role.
I can't.
Opposite people, right?
Well, just time constraints and I mean, we can. So we talked about my professional background. I do also have a music background, so which kind of led me to him asking me that.
Okay.
I was just like, yeah. I mean, I'm a single dad of 2 kids, and I work a full-time job, and I help with other events, and I'm like, I can't dedicate that much time. And then I thought about it for a while. I'm like, man, if I don't at least try for this opportunity, I would regret this for a long time.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
Let's back up.
Yeah.
Let's catch up on the other side.
Yeah. So at 16 years old, I started traveling and singing in a gospel group.
Okay, so as a homeschooled student, you and your siblings all get an instrument.
No.
Is that how it works?
No.
You had music class at 2:00 every day.
Actually, nobody in my family is musically inclined at all.
Shit.
So, but I met some people, and we decided that we were going to start a traveling. So that led me. I did that for about 6 years.
What band? I mean, what instrument?
It was all singing. All singing.
Oh, you're like, yeah, I don't play anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I did that for 6 years, and then after that, I helped with a local band called Third Shift, which you probably are familiar with. That's how I met Todd Garner.
Okay.
And then after they stopped playing out in 2017, I helped start the band Reckless Whiskey.
Okay.
And I decided I was done managing running sound, because that's what I was doing, and decided that I was going to pick up a bass guitar and teach myself how to play. So I was one of the founding members of Reckless Whiskey. I was with them for about 14 months. It was a wild 14 months. We played a lot of shows, had a lot of fun.
Did you learn how to play that guitar?
I did. Yeah, I still played it to this day. So 2017 is when we started. When the Devon opened up in 2019, I was the stage manager at the Devon in 2019 and 2021.
And now, was Mike working there?
Correct.
He was the manager?
Yep.
Is that what manager? Is that the position?
A general manager.
General manager, yeah.
So Mike was working. I was the stage manager, working directly with the bands.
And that's what it is, right? You set up, you get specs or whatever they want, and you make sure it all happens.
Yep.
You got people you brought. If not, we got people and all that. Yeah, got you.
And in 2019, also while working at the Devon, I joined a band called Silver Lake. We still play to this day.
Yeah.
That's the band that's kind of in the middle of a revamp. But in 2020...
I made an ad for them.
Did you?
Oh, they played at Rocco's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made an advertisement for Rocco's or Silver.
Yeah, we played last fall.
It was when that trifecta bar thing was, right? There was all 3 bars over there, had like a all-day party, and you guys played.
We played some fall festival, some Halloween bash. Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Yep. But in 2022, I was asked to be the stage manager for Tailgates and Tallboys.
Ooh.
So for 2 years, I was the stage manager for, the largest stage
how cool.
around. So I got to work with Nickelback and Morgan Wallen and Jelly Roll several times.
No shit.
And so I did that with them and was in the middle of doing that when Mike asked me if I was interested in all while working a full-time job, mind you.
Right.
And then so, I sat there after Mike asked if I was interested in coming to the Park District. And I started thinking about, okay, I'm working a full-time job and then I'm playing in a band and I'm doing Tailgates and Tallboys. And really, if I combined all of them into one, it's really not going to take up that much more of my time,
Right.
And so,
and you're like, and I'll be doing away with my full-time gig.
Yeah, And so I was one of 16 people that applied, and I truly think that I don't know who the other people who applied was,
right?
But I truly think I was probably one of the most underqualified.
Sure.
Just if I'm honest, I knew the employees, but I had the music background.
I was going to say the experience thing in every aspect just fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was one of 6 that was called back for a second interview.
Okay.
And at the end of my interview, I kind of closed things out, and I was just like, look, guys, I've worked as a project manager at Peerless, did great things, worked at the funeral home, never knowing what I was doing at each job, and I did great things. I worked for Pepsi, never doing route sales. At least if I walked into this position, I would have some sort of background. You know, I know how things work.
Yeah, this is a job for a change.
Yeah.
That I'm familiar.
Yep. And so I stepped into that role in October of 23.
And what does that consist of? Are you booking?
So I'm the only full-time staff member that is 100% Devon all year round.
Call Lil Kim on speaker right now.
Yeah, hello Kim and Waka.
Yeah.
But we do have I do during the season. I've got a bar and concessions manager. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Susan King.
No.
She is full-time with the Park District, but she also has other responsibilities at the Park District.
Okay.
But she's fantastic. Helps me get through the season.
Yeah.
And then during the season, we have about 116 employees. But
yeah,
I handle everything from the initial booking of the band to the advancing the band. I control most of our staff. Susan kind of looks over the concession and bar part.
Yeah.
All sponsors, all.
So I was told. Okay, so I knew it. There's food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Is that done now?
No, we still have them.
Or do you guys now also have do you offer more food inside now than you did before? What changed?
So
did you guys started offering more concession? Is that what it is?
In the winter of 23 leading into 24, the whole goal was to expand our bathrooms.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so adding on to the bathroom allowed us to also double the size of our concession area.
Yep.
More of a working
Yeah.
ease rather than nothing additional being served unnecessarily.
Gotcha.
I mean, we change things up every year, but
Right.
it was more so, our employees until last 24 never even had an employee bathroom.
Right.
If they needed to use the restroom, they have to wait in line for everybody else.
Yeah.
So now we actually have some place that we can go without waiting in line.
Yeah, I guess that you don't know how bad you need that till you need it.
I
with
know.
50 people
It's
working for you, right?
so
You're like,
nice.
Half of the people are in line to piss.
Yeah.
Great. That's funny. Well, so what was you step in what month?
In October.
Okay, so middle of season. End?
It was at the end of the season, but the Park District, because they didn't know who was coming on board next, because Mike had actually already left before I started. So there was no overlapping of time. They had worked with Mike. Mike booked about 95% of the acts for 2024 before he left.
Oh, so he set him up.
He set him up, and then I filled in. I was involved in REO Speedwagon. I was involved in Skillet and a few other ones in 24.
Oh, yeah, you're still hands on deck at every big show or every show.
Sure.
I got you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's good that he did do that because there were so many other aspects of the job that I had to learn before the next season started.
Right. So did he mentor you at all, or it's like there wasn't really that opportunity because when you guys were both there, you had responsibilities and then he left?
Yeah. So he was never there to mentor me and kind of what to expect, but he was always a text or a phone call away and helped me, navigate things.
You're like day one. What the hell am I doing again?
Well, day one, I'm not joking. My
cool
boss,
office.
My boss walked in, Jamie Gower, who's our rec supervisor.
Dude, I went to school with Jamie Gower.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he walked into my office and he's like, "I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what Mike did. Here's your budget and all the paperwork I've got, and here's his computer. Like, you're gonna have to figure it out."
Great.
And so that was a little overwhelming.
Here's our schedule.
Yeah.
Here's our schedule for next year. It's empty.
Yeah.
Like, what? So what would you say is okay? Because so October up until May. Plenty of time to settle in.
Yeah.
Right. But what was like the thing that was most challenging? Or what was the thing? Everybody has a moment when they take a new job where they go, "Oh, bad move. Mm-hmm. Today I made a mistake. I should go back to Pepsi right now." Or whatever. You know what I mean? Was there something that was just like, or maybe just going, "Oh, no one told me my job."
Well,
I guess that can be kind of.
I was able to pick things up pretty quickly,
okay.
because of being involved in the Devon in the past. I kind of understood the operations. So my mind's like, okay, where's our contacts for food trucks? Where's our contacts for sponsors? And
oh, you're going. I see what needs to be put in motion.
Yeah,
I just don't know how.
Yeah,
yet.
Yeah. And so I was able to figure that out.
It's a lot of moving parts for something that seems to us just like a show.
Yeah, yeah, and we received a lot of negative feedback from social media on our season in 2024, like the acts and stuff. And
really,
yeah, it just because 24 was probably a less aggressive year for us.
Okay.
But it's nobody's fault, we had a transition. Things had to get booked. We didn't have like.
Oh, you're going. My bad.
Yeah.
Shit, sorry, you guys. I thought I did good.
Yeah. Well. In 24, I didn't book any.
Oh, that wasn't yours.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was pre-booked.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Mike did what he got the best things that he could.
Right.
Some of the good stuff. I'm still waiting on an offer that I put in back in August.
Oh, so it's not like bang bang.
Yeah.
He did what he could to set it up.
Yeah. He did what he could, and we made it through it.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. I guess I wasn't paying attention. So he had booked out plenty to go. In case you don't fill this job for a minute, at least you have people coming.
Yeah. There's shows on the books. The calendar's done.
So good.
Yeah.
So, did you change any? Did you implement any major changes after your first season? Were you like, "Yep, this doesn't work like it should"? Different perspectives, see things different, change things.
Not anything major.
Okay.
We did make some changes in just operations and Mike's. I have a passion for the backstage security.
Okay.
So just in how we would arrange parking in the back,
yeah.
and how we would treat, the artist, and how we would do security. It all operated very well.
Okay.
But then, we slowly started, we added the fresh margaritas.
Okay.
That was not something that we'd ever done. And I thought, it'd be an awesome opportunity, and that has grown, and it's continuing to grow. And there's things that we've added that didn't work. We tried to sell personal pizzas last year. It didn't work.
That's the only, right? You give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's trial and error, but that's what, taking stabs that don't work, if you don't do that, then you're not trying at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
So is this a job or a career move? Do you know yet?
It's definitely a career move.
Yeah.
This I don't have any plans of going anywhere, so nobody's stressed out.
No. And I didn't even, I guess.
But regardless, this opens up so many opportunities.
For sure.
If in the future I decide to move to a different area, just the experience that I'm gathering here is just.
It's an awesome venue, too. Mm-hmm. I think we all even know it. And when you said you got negative feedback, that's surprise. Well, no, I guess it's not surprise. People like,
just
the 5% are the loudest or whatever.
Look on anybody's Facebook page.
Yeah.
There's somebody complaining about something,
Dude, so I do these like shorts with, I'll go in on JB Pritzker a little bit, you know what I mean, about taxing the shit out of us and do my little rants. And I don't usually, man, should I say this? Yeah. So I have an editor, and he does a lot, like he's on the team. So he'll do a lot of the posting and communicating. Yeah, it's not coming from me. It's coming from the business page. So I'm fine. But anyway, so he'll communicate. I'm just scrolling back through, looking at comments. We had something that did pretty well. So I was just looking. And the dude like just starts, it's like a straight cuss out. You fucking piece of shit. Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh man, he really hates Pritzker or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, a lot of people share your opinion, man. It's just how it is. We're the leftovers of Chicago. Or I said something like that, trying to take a side, and he's like, I'm talking about you. I was talking about Pritzker. You're a dumb piece. I'm like, oh shit. All right, I'm out. I'm gone. Yeah. Sorry you feel that way, sir.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Yeah.
I mean, like I understand our shows are not designed to make everybody happy.
Well, you're on the inside, so you see it different. Because I'm out here going, everybody freaking absolutely loves that place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm drawing a blank. Lincoln Theater. What's his name? Lavelle. He can't say enough about it. You know what I mean? He
comes often, actually.
Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, oh, I'm a fan. He goes, when it gets too cold, now I got somewhere to have some concerts.
Yeah.
So, which he's been doing good there too. So I think that's would be the difficult part, which is the part you have, and it seems like you're good at it. I wouldn't be good at your job, but I am one of them people. I like legitimately can listen to all kinds of music and enjoy it. Like legit. It's not like I can hate country or hate rap or I love it all. So yeah, I would be good at it. But most people, you know what I mean? If it's not in your lane, it'd be hard to consider it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I tell people all the time, like if you see something you don't like, just hang tight, because I promise you, there's going to be something coming that you're going to enjoy.
So what do you got? With surrounding towns, we're pulling from 100,000 people to come, even more if you go a little, just 30 miles further in any direction. But okay, so what's sellout?
3,400.
Okay, so yeah, wait one day maybe. Yeah. I mean, there has to be the country, there has to be the old rock, there has to be the rap, there has to be. I'm kind of like, I think that is what's cool. I feel like most of my generation are the ones that are like, all right, we like Poison, and we like Lil' Kim, and we like, you know what I mean, the fucking bootleg Garth Brooks guy. We like all that shit. You know what I mean? We sing along, but it would be hard because, I mean, it's your fault, right?
Yeah, right.
You're the one. Yeah. Either Decatur did good or you failed.
Yeah. And I mean, we try to be very strategic. And I tell people, like, we created a plan a long time ago, and if you look at our schedules year to year, every show that we book is in the place of something like it. Okay, I'll give you an example. You have Jody Messina, you have Leanne Rimes, you have Sarah Evans, you have REO Speedwagon, you have Styx. I promise you.
Oh, I got you.
I promise you this year, it's not announced yet, but I have a band that is comparable right along to that same line of things. Hip hop shows, we're always going to have a hip hop show.
Right.
Christian shows, we're always going to, and even when we are looking at different genres of music, yes, there's the tributes. Yes, there's the cover bands. But when it comes to your headlining acts, they're all booked with a purpose. Right. We're targeting a specific demographic. We're targeting a specific age group. Yeah. And so, one area that we never did well with in the past that we're trying to build is a younger crowd. We targeted a lot of that 90s country and some of that older rock, but we announced a show like Daya, who's coming July 2nd. Okay. And she is a current pop artist who has one of the top downloaded songs on all streaming services.
Booming right now.
I mean, just huge.
Yeah.
And people just don't know who she is on our social medias because we've never built that that clientele.
Right.
So we continue doing things like that to try to push, for different people to be able to enjoy.
There's a lot of people who are,
theater.
and I'm sure that you've met, that are just live music fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you do have the ability there to go up the hill. You don't have to be in the mix. You don't have to be crowded up, which some people love that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that's it. Is you guys, I mean, not that you built the place, but the environment was built. There was some thought that went into how that was built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To go, hey, everything's not for everyone, but let's make this for everyone.
Sure.
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's great. Well, yeah, I guess that would be a lot. So I gotta ask this stuff because I'm a numbers dude. So is it like, hey, here's your budget. We need to have 21 shows this year. Is that how it goes?
So we do about, sort of. So we do about 40 shows in 4.5 months.
40 shows.
Yeah. When I started, we had a season ticket package, which is 28 of about 28 of those 40.
Okay.
And the season ticket package is broken down into 4 categories. I changed it to 24 shows because 28 is just a lot.
Right.
And so 24 shows, 4 categories, 6 shows in each category. A, B, C, D. A is the more expensive bands. D is your cheaper cover bands.
Yep.
And there is a budget that I have to stick to within those 6 shows on each category. And so, yes, some people get tired of the tributes and cover bands, but we're always going to have them because of our season ticket package.
Yeah.
But we're always going to have the bigger acts too, you
Right.
know? But like, for example, category A might be artists all the way up to $75,000.
Right.
Whereas category D, I can only spend up to about $7,500.
Gotcha.
Very different,
Yeah.
you know? And then our add-on shows, they are just your bigger stuff that can't fit into the package. So
Would you say when you're there, do you take it in? Are you busy when a show's going?
I get to enjoy it more than most of my staff, but
Okay.
but
Yeah, I guess so. That's it. Do you think that the non-headlining acts, people have just as much, if not more, like fun?
absolutely.
That's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
Is, you know what I mean? If you pay a little bit more, if it's a bigger person, it kind of makes you shut up and pay attention, which, you know, the cover bands, it's like, I don't know this song, so let's talk shit.
Yeah.
And it just kind of it's a experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these tribute acts are better
Hell
than
yeah.
the originals are now.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
maybe not how the originals used to be, but
Look.
but how they are now.
Yes.
You know.
They're good. Some
Yeah.
of them are really good, especially when you get the ones who actually reenact the people. It's
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Have you seen the ad for the Paul McCartney tribute that we're having this year?
I did.
Funny story. I actually received an email from a lady that was very angry. I don't know who she is, so hopefully she's not watching this.
Yeah.
But she emailed me and she was like, "This is the most deceiving post that you've ever, or the most deceiving ad that you guys have ever shared. It needs to be fixed." So I emailed her back, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She thought we were using Paul McCartney's photo in the advertisement. That is actually Tony Kishman, who is playing Paul McCartney.
Like, okay, I'll tell him you said he was great.
Like, he looks just
much.
like Paul McCartney.
Oh, I know the ad you're talking about.
Yeah, that is Tony Kishman. That's not Paul McCartney's photo.
Fair.
But she thought it was, you know.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I'm like, well, I did my job right.
Yeah,
You know?
I'll tell him he's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you still want me to take this down? Right. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think shaking hands with that many people are most artists, cool as a fan. Like, you would think they have a really good life. You know what I mean? Like, are a lot of them do they just take it in, or does most of them think they're the shit?
You know, I personally, since I've started working at the Devon, haven't ran into any stuck-up artists.
Right. I would think that
I got to,
would be a popular opinion of going, we're kind of blessed.
I got to shake hands and hang out with Kevin Bacon backstage.
Yeah.
I got called into the green room to sit down and chat with Lil Jon last year.
Hell yeah.
You know, like just things like that. They've always been very, very down to earth, and obviously they probably respect me because they're getting a check from me at the end of the night.
Sure.
But I've not ran into any of them that were rude.
Well, I'm a podcast fan. I mean, I watch a lot of podcasts. Well, I think that's what I've learned more about most celebrities is it's like we don't not know that we're lucky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If we're here only because we have fans, who am I to act like I'm the shit? Mm-hmm. I'm you. I just made it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just think that's pretty cool. And I remember, so back, like we had discussed earlier, my little cousin had the opportunity to kind of, coattail along with Mike for several years when he was doing the state fair concerts and I think maybe even celebration and so yeah, she got to experience, and it was a highlight of her life as a young lady who thought she was a country singer that was going to blow up. It was like she was meeting legit famous people.
Yeah.
And Mike always, he has that like superstar personality. So it's not, you know what I mean? He just has that. Yeah. Which, yeah, it's a compliment. It's annoying as shit if you're at Thanksgiving, but I'm just kidding. Toby, I was to Toby, not to Mike. Toby, rest in peace. So you currently, what's your band going to be called? Are you guys renaming Silver Lake?
No, it'll still be Silver Lake.
Okay.
It'll probably have some sort of tagline, to understand that we've changed. Some sort of like Central Illinois, dance band or whatever.
Yeah. And when is it on? It's now. It's on?
We're in the process of that. We've taken most of this year off. We actually are playing at the Lincoln.
Cool.
In October.
Oh, you one of the local band? Yeah.
The Spotlight Series. So
Spotlight Series, yeah.
We'll be playing in October, and I think that will be our first show with our new set.
Okay.
Our new look.
So out of the list you got from AI, does you guys come to it like it's pretty damn close at least to what would be good, or is it like
It's okay.
It's the right track.
It gives us a lot of great ideas.
Yeah.
One thing we've always been kind of known for is our mashups.
Okay.
So we try to find songs that kind of go together.
Bam.
And so that also AI helps with that.
Hell yeah.
A BPM keys and
perfect.
But
I'm really curious to hear you guys, man. What would you say you are?
I would just say a party band is the direction we're going. I mean, you're going to hear Green Day to Taylor Swift, to, just all over the place.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what yeah.
Our goal is to make sure that you come and have a good time.
Right. I'm a fan of someone I've been trying to get on the podcast here. I really like his voice because I was high school in the 90s. So when Stone Temple Pilots came out, and Pearl Jam and Josh Holland, that dude's got the 90s grunge voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see him. He does a lot of stuff now. And I had hit him up and invited him. And he ignored it for a while. Then just recently got back with me and goes, all right, I just did like a low-key podcast. I think I'm cool now. I'm like, oh, you've been ducking it? And he's like, yeah, bro, I wasn't going to come on there. I was like, I dusted that thing off in case. I was like, all right, you say you can do it. Let's do it, bro. Well, man, what's is there anything we don't know? Or do you kind of, you release to the public as you're allowed to? Are you the one who decides that? Can you give me anything that no one knows yet? This isn't going to come out. This isn't going to be out for like 3 weeks.
Okay, so let's talk about what's already been announced.
Yes, let's do that.
So historically, we've always tried to announce smaller shows and then go into bigger shows and then smaller shows.
Which in the last year you did very well at on the social media side of kind of teasing, and there was always something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. You know what I mean? Where you're not going, I've seen this. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's like, another one.
So we've announced some tribute bands. We've announced a Doobie Brothers tribute, the Paul McCartney tribute. We're going to do a Beyonce tribute this year. That is a full-blown production show, dancers, band. It's actually a great show.
Okay.
And then we've got our the 1985 party band. That's our cover band. But we've announced some big headlining shows. So we've got Lee Bryce. It's coming in. We announced Jordan Davis.
Okay, Lee Bryce is solid.
Sarah Evans.
Yeah, Sarah Evans. Who's the second one you named?
Jordan Davis. He will probably be the largest country act that we've had at the Devon so far. As far as price, amount of hits.
Yeah.
He's current country. He headlined the state fair 2 years ago. So
okay.
You're talking about a place that holds 14,000, now 3,200 or 3,400.
And so is that hard because of that? Because obviously you're going smaller venue, you're getting less money, so it makes it is not as appealing as a manager.
It's a little tougher. That agent actually, when I was in Nashville in October, sat down with me and said, "Hey, Jordan has agreed to play a couple shows that are a little less expensive, and I would like you guys to have one." And so we actually got him for a lot of money less than what he normally gets.
Yeah. Oh, so the thing is every once in a while you just have artists that they're passionate and they go, I don't need to I don't need to make $100,000 tonight. I can just go play.
I'll tell you, Jordan quotes $250,000.
Yeah,
we can't do that.
Right.
We there's just no way unless our tickets are going to be $250.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Because he's going to charge that. And if you have a big venue, you're going to make money on
Correct.
That. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we got a pretty good deal. Ticket pricing is still expensive, but
how much is expensive? What's the most expensive?
I think our pit tickets is about $110.
Okay, and then what's the cheapest ticket?
Lawn is I think $49, which it's still not bad. I mean, you don't have to go to Chicago and get a hotel and stuff like that. I mean, it's right here in Decatur, you know.
Dude, $75 a ticket for a show is not. I mean, you're not gonna see any show anywhere. Like, that it sounds. I guess it sounds expensive if you're the one going, damn it, we have $30 tickets on certain nights, $25.
Mm-hmm.
No, again, I think you're on the inside. On the outside, we're going, shit, $150 for a couple to go see a headlining show.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, where are you going to go?
Yeah.
Where are you going to go? You're going to go to Nashville to see this guy?
Yeah.
You're going to spend $1,500 that in those 2 days. Aside from this,
we can see what you're paying for Taylor Swift tickets. This is not bad.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. When you said the Beyonce experience, like Beyonce and Taylor Swift, and I think it's Bruno Mars, they do those. You buy a little mini vacation to go.
Yeah,
that's dedication.
Yeah.
Dude, they sell out.
Yeah, yeah.
They're good.
So we have
they are good.
Yeah,
all of them are good.
We have a show coming in this year from New York called Magic Rocks, and it's a magic show, but their production is like you're watching a rock show. Ooh. They've got the smoke, they've got the fire, it's a great show. I mentioned Daya earlier, current pop artist. Trying to think about. You said 3 weeks.
Yeah, it'll be 3 or 4 weeks. So I've just been recording the shit out of these, and I only release.
So let me tell you one that's not announced that I'm really excited about.
Okay.
I think we're announcing it in 2 weeks. So
okay, so
you'll
be good. Yep.
I've got the Jacksons coming to Decatur, so it's the living members of the Jackson 5. And it's Marlon Jackson, Jackie Jackson, and Tito Jackson's son, because Tito passed away last year. And their show, they sent me a video from a show they did in June of 25, and it is phenomenal.
Really?
It takes you back like you're watching the original Jackson 5.
Oh, that is
They've still got the dance moves, the outfit changes, and they're coming out with that new movie for Michael this upcoming year. So they've got a video that pays tribute to Michael, and then they sing some songs with Michael, and it's
So do they look old school, like the little fros and the suits, or they're like, no, they're
very,
modern,
very flashy.
Yeah.
Once we're off air, I'll show it to you. But it's going to be a fantastic show. I'm really excited about that one.
That's cool.
Trying to think. We're announcing on Monday a throwback rock show with Winger. I'm not sure. That's like an 80s rock band.
I know Winger.
Winger actually retired.
No.
Kip Winger was their lead singer.
Weezer. I remember Weezer.
Yeah. But Kip and the band actually retired last year. So when we announce it, people are going to be pretty surprised because they're not
done.
supposed to be touring.
Yeah.
But he agreed to do 10 shows in 26, and we have one of the 10.
So you're just in like a network now, huh? I mean, because you have to always have your feelers out. Is that kind of how it is?
I have to build relationships with all these agents.
Right.
And so.
Oh, because some agents represent multiple people, right?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I probably on a weekly basis talk to 15, 20 different agents.
Is everything in negotiation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're never going in and going, this is what it is, and it's okay.
Well,
you're
they
here's
tell
what
me
we got.
They tell me what the quoted price is,
and you're like, man, I wish we could, but we need to meet.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll be like, okay, you want I'm going to make up a number.
Yeah.
You want 50,000? Okay, I'm going to offer you 40, and then if you sell this many tickets, I'm going to give you $2,500 bonus. If you sell this many tickets,
Right.
and give you the ability to make 50,000.
I got you. Yeah.
You know,
Build
but it's all a negotiation and
Sure.
what we can make work. And
because at the end, if you save money, it's more to put toward the show.
yeah. And you know, the amount of shows, but people have no idea the amount of shows that we put offers on and don't get.
Right.
I'll tell you a couple that I've lost this week, but I had an offer in on Alice Cooper.
That'd be sick,
Alice
dude.
Cooper wants to play the Devon. Like, he personally, it's a long story,
Sure.
but he has seen photos and videos of our venue, and he said, I want to play there. Well, in 26, he's only touring 2 months of the year. He's touring in April, and he's touring in October. And then right in the middle of the summer, he's with the Hollywood Vampires overseas, and then he's doing his Vegas, you know, so
Just didn't gonna work.
we just can't work it out because we're not open those times. And I also had an offer in for Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And that one fell through this week. So the amount of artists that we try to get and sometimes just are not able to,
Yeah.
you know, we are trying to
40 is a lot of shows, dude.
Yeah. We're going to be a little heavy country this year. I still have 2 major country shows to announce.
Right.
So,
Well, and I guess good point. I even thought that about the Lincoln Theaters. I'm like, man, why don't they book something? Like, it seems like they do a lot of covers to old school. And it's like, you're getting people like, I'm young in these shows. And it's like, oh, because just not a lot of 23-year-olds jumping on the concert bandwagon right now like we were when we were kids. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you cater to people that don't show up? And it's like, okay, good call.
I mean, cost of artist is outrageous right now.
Right.
I mean, people would have to, it would blow people's minds how much artists cost.
Which is a 100% impact on ticket prices.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely.
So when you go, we're going to have, I don't know how many, $110 tickets. We're going to have 100 of them or 200 of them or whatever it is. Are you like, no problem, we'll sell them? Or is it like, I don't know. I don't know if we'll price ourselves out at some point and go, okay, we got to be cool.
Yeah, so there's several different tools I use when prospecting an artist, especially of that size.
Yeah.
I have to build an offer letter. So the offer letter will state what I'm willing to pay, if there's a bonus structure, what my suggested ticket pricing is based off of the cost of the artist and my expenses. And so I have to list out all expenses as, okay, this is what I'm going to spend on marketing, and this is going to be staff, and this is going to be this.
Right.
And so I know, okay, at the end of the day, this is what the artist costs, this is what it's going to cost me to be open. This is what I think ticket pricing needs to be at. I have to submit it to the artist or to the agent for the artist.
Oh yeah, because everything is just a piece of the puzzle.
Correct.
The artist is just a piece. The staff is just a piece, and everything needs to happen.
Yeah, and on a larger show, the artist will then have to look it over. Now, there is a website that we subscribe to. It's called Polestar.
Okay.
And I can log on there, and let's use Alice Cooper because I brought his name up. I can type in Alice Cooper, and it will give me the last 3 years box office of, on average, how many tickets he's selling, what his average ticket price is,
Nice.
what his gross sales are.
Smart.
So then I can take those numbers and piece it into my venue to see if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it mean that I could potentially get a $1,000 artist? Sure, but the ticket prices are going to be $250 when you can maybe go see them in Chicago for $80 because the venue's bigger. And so
Right.
I have to do all this math to make sure
if
that
it doesn't make sense.
it's got to make sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you're going, I'm not going to pay 3 times the amount.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And so, people ask, well, what's the most that you can spend? It's like, well, that's not the right question. It's what is the most somebody's willing to pay? Because then that determines what I can spend.
Right.
Yeah.
Last
year, we had the opportunity to have Snoop
Fucking right. You
at the
did.
Devon.
Sure you did.
And they ended up selling to the Illinois State Fair, which took them out of our venue.
You're like, we need $5,500 a ticket.
Well, so Snoop has his Snoop Dogg show, or he has what's called his DJ Snoopadelic. So he goes out, he DJs his own show, he sings, but it's without all the bells and whistles.
Right.
Significantly different prices if you get the full-blown Snoop Dogg show versus him DJing a show. So we were going to have a different show than what the State Fair had that was going to be reasonable for our venue.
Okay.
His price, though, was very expensive, but looking at what we would need ticket pricing-wise, we're like, yeah, we could do that here. It would be the most expensive show that we've ever had.
But people it's Snoop, dude.
because people would be willing to pay that price,
Yeah.
And so it's all about the right artist for the right price.
Yeah.
So ticket pricing can be within reason of what the.
Do you ever use social media to pull now and then to help you make a decision, or is it like people don't pay attention or even like that?
We make posts every once in a while to engage with our.
I didn't know if it was like, man, would you pay $200 to see Snoop Dogg? You know what I mean? Or one of those, yes or no? And it's like,
we've not quite done like that, but we've kind of been like, who do you want to see? And I'm able to go on there and go, okay, I still need a country show, or I still need a rock show. I'm going to be honest, I'm 35 years old. There's a lot that I'm not familiar with.
Right.
We had the rock band Tesla last year. When I booked them, I had no idea who they were.
I am very familiar.
They sold almost 3,000 tickets.
I was just talking about them earlier.
It was a fantastic show, And so I'm able to read people's posts. Now, that doesn't mean that I can have everything that people want me to have.
No, right.
But I can look through there and get ideas.
Didn't think of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
So we do polls kind of like that.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, man, I'm excited for you. You seem like the perfect person for the gig. You just went from homeschool to management and life, bro. No, it is. Everything was a step in a better direction. So obviously, mom and dad did something right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who else you contribute that to. I guess personality, but you know what I mean? A little work ethic goes a long way.
Mom and dad were very involved.
Yeah.
Dad taught us how to mow lawns.
How to be a dude.
When we could push a lawnmower.
Damn right.
So.
I was in that boat too, man. It was like, you want to learn? Okay, now it's your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I appreciate you coming in, man. It's been a while since I even ran into you. So when I seen you had the spot, I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah. Everything that you said, the first two things, the play it again and softball, those were the things to me. As I thought you were related to them until.
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Just a neighbor.
Yeah. Like I was kind of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. After 10 years, it felt like it.
Yeah. That was the illegitimate stepson. Right? No. But yeah, dude. Well, thanks for coming, man. It's awesome what you're doing with the Devon. It sounds like you don't, as much as it would be nice to be able to give all the praise to some team, it sounds like it's kind of on you right now to make things happen. And then when the season rolls, the team helps everything come together. But,
what makes the Devon special is the team.
For sure.
I cannot give them enough credit for that.
Right.
They just operate like a machine.
Yes.
But yeah, as far as the acts
you
go,
make some decisions to make the seasons come or go. Yeah, and then it's up to the team to make it happen to the public.
Yeah, I get asked all the time, what do you do in the off season? And it's like, I'm actually busier in the off season than I am during the season.
Yeah, during the season we're ready.
Yeah,
we're not booking then.
We're just executing what's already been planned.
So by May, are you totally booked the season, or are you still booking some things?
I have 2 offers sitting out right now. Other than that, the rest of the season's done.
Bam.
We've not even announced half of it.
So
yet.
That's when you're just looking ahead and troubleshooting what's going on.
Yep.
Let's go. Well, that's how you have to do it.
I'm planning announcements right now. Just to when can we get this out and can we get the artwork done for this and
Yeah, perfect.
It's done. There's so much great stuff still coming.
Well-oiled machine you've got over there, man. Well, I don't know if it's you or if it was just handed to you properly, but you're running it with it well.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, good job. Well, I'm going to let you get out of here, brother. I appreciate your time and look forward to seeing some shit at the Devon, as usual. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us. And there's probably no way you're watching this and not familiar with the Devon. But, we got to sit down with the guy who makes it all happen there, along with a hell of a crew. But, yeah, if you haven't checked it out, do it, man. Follow them on Facebook. They put out, and we'll get to see what they're doing. They don't bother you. They actually put out, let you know what's coming, which I'm excited about a few things. Well, thanks for joining us on this episode again. If you watched it, enjoyed it, even if you didn't and you just like me, hit that subscribe button. It does help a little bit. And follow us on all major social media platforms at Beyond Business. We'll catch you in a week. Until then, be kind to each other. Quick shout out to our partners, W Energy, clean energy, no crash. Use code BeyondBiz at w.gg for 10% off. Oakwood Screen Printing, custom apparel done right, from small runs to big orders. And Midwest Lightning Rods, protecting homes and businesses from lightning strikes across the Midwest. Now let's go.
Yo, we on business. Yo, we out here hitting that grind. Podcast vibes, letting loose, unwind. Next on the mic, yeah, he flexing with pride. Meeting dope souls, taking you on the ride. Talking about life, not just that paper. Doing it big, ain't no time for a hater. People yap behind his back, but we rise like the sun. Gather round, fam, we just having some fun. Beyond business, it's a vibe, feel that thrill, getting intimate. May even get your heart filled. Meeting the legends, those raw and real. Digging deep thoughts, show you how to feel. From the block to the boardroom, we making that move. Beyond business, baby, yeah, we got the groove. Shout out to the hustlers, the real street thugs. We all eat together, no need for the drugs. Yeah, you blessed with the gift, determined to thrive. Nick's breaking it down, keeping that fire alive. Let's go deep like the ocean, no bluff. Beyond business, baby, we can't get enough.